Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here for another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 discussion video. Today, I just want to talk a little bit more about the release date. They already confirmed the year window, which is 2027. However, we still don't have an exact release, which is fine. They literally just did the official confirmation about a month ago, but I'm still curious when in 2027 we'll be able to play the game. So we're just going to be going over all my reasonings why I personally think that Xenoverse 3 will be dropping early 2027, more specifically around Q1. So it could be January, February, or March. This is not confirmed. This is just my theory I have in my head. And again, I just really want to talk about this. So if you guys are looking forward to the release of Xenoverse 3, make sure to drop a like, turn on post notifications, subscribe if you're new around here. I'll greatly appreciate it. And by the way, what you're looking at on screen is just a visual piece that I created for a thumbnail with Age 1000 Goku because he was teased within the teaser trailer. Kind of cool stuff if you ask me. So the first thing I want to talk about is the actual timeline of all the previous games that came before Xenoverse 3 itself. I guess we'll just start with Xenoverse 1 just because we are talking about the third installment, right? So it's very fitting. Typically, they would drop their games the first quarter of the year or the fourth quarter of the year. So Xenoverse 1 came out February within its respective year, 2015. Extreme Butoden came out October, fourth quarter. Dragon Ball Fusions, November. Now, we're mainly just going to be going over the North America release dates just because that's where I'm at. However, if you are somewhere else in the world, it still came out early 2017, right? Next couple of months. Xenoverse 2, October. Ultimate Mission X and World Missions. We will have some oddballs here and there. These games came out April. So Q2, right? It's the fourth month of the year. So still extremely early if you ask me. But then the timeline kind of fixed itself with Fighters. That game came out in January. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, January. The Breakers, October. Sparking Zero, October. Gekushin Squadra, September. You see what I mean? It's usually the start of the year or the end of the year. Even if we go before Xenoverse 1. Battle of Z, January. Ultimate Mission, February. Budokai HD Collection, November. DBZ for Connect, October. Ultimate Takaichi, October. Ultimate Butoden, February. What is going on? Raging Blast 2, November. Takaichi Tag Team, October. Dude, it adds up. So since we can already wishlist Xenoverse 3 and even pre-order Xenoverse 3 on selective websites like Amazon, I feel like that Xenoverse 3 will be, again, closer to the beginning of 2027 because typically you, at least I think, wouldn't be able to wishlist a game unless it's like several months or even a year out, right? And same thing goes for pre-orders. You typically can't pre-order a game. Well, a better example would be Bandai Namco, right? They don't have their pre-orders opened just yet. And since Xenoverse 3 is being published by Bandai Namco, they don't have their pre-orders open until like 4 or maybe 5 months until the actual release of the game. But other stores like Best Buy, GameStop pre-order, they usually open theirs first before Bandai Namco because Bandai Namco, they usually do the collector's edition, standard edition, deluxe, ultimate, the Xenoverse edition, whatever it may be, right? So we still have to wait for all of that. However, again, Amazon over here, you can pre-order Xenoverse 3 for 70 US bones. So that's the first reasoning. Now, a second idea that came to my mind is going to be the Bandai Namco website, the official European version. So down here, we do have the action games category. And if we go all the way to the right, they have their games listed via release date. So for example, Code Vein, this came out January 2026. Tales of Berseria, February 2026. Echoes of Irencrad came out July 2026, so on and so forth, right? It's in order within the release date. So since we have Xenoverse 3 up on our website, it is slightly different. Obviously, we don't have the release, only the year window, 2027. Ace Combat, another perfect example, they don't have the release date for this game. It also says coming 2026, so just the year window. However, since this is in between Xenoverse 3's 2027 release and the Blood of Dawnwalker September 2026 release, it's safe to say that Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thief will be coming out before 2027, but after September, right? So October, November, or December. That's just an example. That's how we could technically decipher when Xenoverse 3 could come out. Again, we don't have any concrete information. I'm literally just trying my best to be a detective out here and do all the pinpoints, trying to make things make sense. So since Xenoverse 3 is immediately after Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thief, with that theoretical Q4 2026 release window, again, I feel like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 will be dropping early 2027, Q1. Now, if you want more of my personal exact month window, I feel like it could be February, just because looking at the Xenoverse game specifically, Xenoverse 1 came out February, Xenoverse 2 came out October. I don't think it's going to be coming out late within 2027. It very well could be. This is all just a theory, and I could be extremely wrong. But again, with all the signs that I'm reading, I do think we could be getting that February Xenoverse 3 release window. If not February, then Q1, just to be a bit more broad, right? Early 2027. That's what I'm titling the video. But it kind of makes sense, right? Or is it just me? Do I desperately want Xenoverse 3 that much that I'm just making things up in my head? I'm trying my best to provide the evidence as well, just to have everything run smoothly over here. Now, for a third reasoning that I have, yes, I'm not done, we're going to be taking a look at the previous Xenoverse trailers when they got announced and when the game eventually came out, correct? So, Xenoverse 1, the announcement trailer dropped June 2014. Then the release was February 2015. So what, that was 8 months of waiting from the very first announcement to the actual release. If we take a look at Xenoverse 2, this one was a bit faster. We got the announcement trailer May 2016, and 5 months later, October 2016, the same year, dang, we got the actual release. Can we go back to this time when they do the official reveal and then only have to wait a couple months to play the game? That would be great, but obviously that's not going to be the case. And Sparking Zero, I want to take a look at this one as well. I know it's not part of the franchise, but this is more of how Bandai are doing things recently with their Dragon Ball games. Because do keep in mind, Xenoverse 1, Xenoverse 2 literally came out a decade ago, so their formula, their pattern / schedule obviously has been updated and probably changed, right? So I think Sparking Zero will kind of give us more of solid, concrete proof, I guess? Not confirmed. But we got the announcement trailer with the official title reveal at the Game Awards December 2023. And we got the official release October 11th, 2024. So this one was the longest in terms of the 3 video games. We had to wait around 10 months because they had to promote the game. They just had to do all their things, and then we eventually got to play it. So I'm inclined to believe that Xenoverse 3's release schedule is going to be a bit more similar to Sparking Zero. Just take a look at the image itself. The announcement trailer, we were able to wishlist it. We got the title reveal. Xenoverse 3, the announcement trailer, we got the title reveal, and we are able to wishlist it, right? It kind of makes sense. So let's just say we're about 10 months out. Same exact thing as Sparking Zero. So this trailer came out April 2026. What's 10 months from April? That would be May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Did I just decipher the Xenoverse 3 release schedule? Probably not. Again, just to reiterate, all this is a theory, but my prediction is Q1 2027. If I want to be bold out here, I'm going to make an even stricter prediction. February 2027. That's what I personally think. Obviously, you guys can come up with your own theories. You know, actually, yeah, comment down below. When do you personally think Xenoverse 3 will be playable? When will the game come out? Now, I even have a fourth one, which kind of aligns with the trailers I just spoke about. But when they did the Game Awards Sparking Zero trailer, same person, Wario64, who notified us about the Xenoverse 3 Amazon pre-order drop, did the same exact thing for the Sparking Zero Amazon pre-order drop. This was December, and then again, if we take a look at the release, October, about 10 months of waiting. So just apply the same logic to this one. Okay, we got the announcements trailer, and then Wario64 went ahead and did the pre-order Amazon Xenoverse 3 tweets. So 10 months from April. Again, as I just mentioned, February, man. Not confirmed. I just want to reiterate that. The other question that I have is, when will we get the next piece of information in regards to Xenoverse 3? This is something I spoke about before. We have Summer Game Fest. This is not confirmed, but I do feel like there is a slim chance that they could potentially reveal something Xenoverse 3 related. Maybe not that release date's confirmation, because I do feel like that will eventually come out 4 or 5 months before the actual drop of the game, but we still could get another Xenoverse 3 trailer, providing some gameplay. It will probably only be like a minute to 2 minutes long, if there even one is a trailer over here, you know what I mean? But same question to you guys. Which game do you hope to see on that screen? We also have Jeff Keighley, the host and creator of Summer Game Fest. 4 weeks from right now. This was tweeted May 8th. So, dang, 6 days ago at the time of recording this video. It's going to be streaming live everywhere. Friday, June 5th. This is just a reminder. We're close. Maybe like 3 months, or not 3 months. We're now 3 weeks away. And it's going to start 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 4 p.m. Central Time. And then there's the 9 p.m. GMT. This is just what I wanted to talk about for today's video. Let me know down below your predictions for the Xenoverse 3 release, and also when do you think we could possibly get that next Xenoverse 3 announcements. Thank you guys for the immense support as always, and I'll see you in the next Xenoverse 3 video. Make sure to drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace!